Sunday night, just after 7 o'clock, second edition of Catfishing Hardcore. We're going to talk about the good old demon dragon tonight. I will show one of the ways that I rig it, some pros and cons of what is considered to be a demon dragon and is not. So we're going to walk through, do a little tutorial on some of the one of the things that we do to tie these on. Before we start though, I wanted to mention the Whisker Chicks tournament. I'm sure you guys have heard about it. Ann's going to co-direct it. Melinda is tournament director on there. I believe there's 18 teams signed up so far, 17, 18 teams signed up so far. The goal this year is 50 teams of women, and I think it could be met. So let's see what you women got. Let's see what can happen. We're going to be traveling for about 2.5 days to get there, and it's worth every minute that we're going to be on the road to be at a historical event in the catfishing world. I wanted to kind of show you guys, here's one of the demon dragons you can buy off the Chinese websites. You seem to have their place with people now. We're starting to see some knockoffs. These are not much comparable to the actual demon dragon. The size, the quality, the paint, the eyes, they're all different. With the Chinese version, I like to actually take my eyes and bend them from time to time for a rig. I'm sorry, I should say they're both made in China. I should say the China knockoff that you can buy on DHgate, Alibaba, etc., etc. What I noticed with these is that it doesn't take very long, and that eye is going to end up splitting that plastic on both sides. It doesn't take much, and once you split that plastic, that's going to fill up with water, no longer deemed floatable. Now the original, or I'm sorry, the 3.0, I can bend these eyes, and I'm going to show you guys, I will in a second, and it'll be fine. The beautiful thing about fishing, the beautiful thing about catfishing, is if you don't like this, you don't have to use it. No one's asking you to buy it. No one's asking you to try it. If you're confident with it, feel free to use it. If you're not, don't touch it. There's no reason to complain about somebody that came out with a knockoff spook from what you say. This is a different product. Compare this to a spook. You don't got to buy it. You don't got to watch this video. So why complain about it? I'm going to move on to a really simple rig that we do on these to be able to move this up and down our leader line as we're fishing to try to more or less tune into the fish. Also, people have said that it don't make noise underwater. Now, when my rod bends and I get in a snag going over rocks when I'm dragging, if my rod bends and it shoots back, this is going to make some kind of noise, and it's going to give it more action. There's no arguing with that. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of what we do. One of the ways that we do our demon dragons, we do a couple of different things to be able to move the leader line. This is a Catfishing Hardcore edition. Red, black. You can get these at Dale's Tackle. You can get them at Hooker's Terminal Tackle. Hooksetter USA. Don't forget about the smaller distributors like those guys. You can purchase those there, or you can purchase these on their websites as well. I'm going to do a quick knotless snell. Probably one of the simplest ways to do a snell. With my demon dragon. I learned this when I was fishing in California with my friend Morgan Blake. Fishing flatheads down there, we generally actually run a demon dragon, a leader, and we're going to put a piece of cut bait on the end, typically tilapia down there. I'm going to take the center eye here I'm going to turn the center eye towards the middle of the back, like this. When I thread my Demon Dragon through here, and I get it set, the line's tight, it's going to stay where I'd like it to stay. Whether I want a 6-inch leader or I want a 3-inch leader, when I cast this out and I'm dragging, it's going to stay where I'd like for it to stay. Simple, effective, great way to not have to put bobber stops on, no extra work. Check it out, try it out, let me know what you think. Again, if you don't like them, don't buy them. They work for us, we do great on them. I've won several tournaments last year using these. Not that it says much, but I have confidence in it. And with anything, if you don't have confidence, it's not going to work. As always, fish hard, and thank you for joining me tonight.